Awesome. And as I'm doing my hand hygiene, I'm going to explain to you the procedure. So I would be just doing Foley catheter. So it's pretty much essentially just putting in a tube into your urethra and then into your bladder, just drain this excess fluid. It shouldn't take too long. I would say about 20 minutes. But yeah, if you have any questions in between, just let me know, okay? All right. And then I'm gonna go ahead and raise the bed height. Bed height for body, good body mechanics, but this one doesn't work, so let's just pretend to raise the bed. And then I'm going to go ahead and double check the physician's order over the date. And I'm going to get your name and date of birth, also it matches, and then do you have any allergies? No, if they do, I'm going to ask registration to change it out. Right. And then one more thing to ask before we start this procedure is that are you allergic to shellfish or iodine? Patient says no. Alright. Then I'm just going to go ahead and expose you. Okay. And I'm just going to lift your abdominal. And I'm going to pop the 848 bladder. It's distended. Awesome. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put your legs apart. Alright. And then I'm going to go ahead and open my sterile field for Foley. So if this were a brand new bag, I would open it furthest away from me. And then side to side and down. And then I'm also going to be aware of my 1-inch border. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and set up my sterile trip. Aware of my 1-inch border, and then shiny side down, and then I'm going to grab my 1-inch border and just lift it up a little bit. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and remove my gloves, and then hand hygiene for 20-30 seconds. Go ahead and put on my surgical gloves. I will just do it right here. my sterile gloves on, I can touch all the and then I'm going to go ahead and put the water into the okay, and then I would have pre-dipped my lube or my balloon into the lube, and I'm going to go ahead and put iodine in here. This goes in the trash, and then my lubricating gel in here goes in the trash. Furthest away, one stroke down. Here. Closest to me. And then in the middle. And then if this was to be metal, I would put it in a sharps container, but it's plastic, so it just goes in a biohazard bag. And then now that I'm done with this, I'm just gonna put this over here. And then since I would have had my balloon pre-dipped into the lube, I could just go ahead and insert it. But before I insert it, I'm going to tell the patient that I will be inserting the tube and that he or she might feel a little discomfort. And then I kind of three, I'm just going to go ahead and just insert it. Sterile, so I'm going to remove it. And then I see return of urine, and this goes in the biohazard bag. I'm going to go ahead and put this down here and then I'm going to go ahead and remove my sterile gloves. Do hand hygiene for 20 to 30 seconds again. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put on the verbalize clamping the tubing and wait 30 minutes to get the urine sample and then come back. Or wait 30 minutes to get the urine sample. And then I'm going to go ahead and unclamp it, and then I would go ahead and clean. This site where I'm going to be getting the sample, and for at least 15-20 seconds. Alright, I'm going to throw this away. And then I'm going to hand hygiene again, 20-30 seconds. Just pretend that it's been 20 to 30 seconds. I would have opened a new package of this and go ahead and get the sample out. I get at least 5 mLs. And it will go into the container. Okay, and this goes in the biohazard bag. And then I would close this up. And then write my name, date of birth, patient initials, and then put this in the biohazard bag. Then I will send this to the lab. Then I'm gonna go ahead and clean up after this. Goes in the trash. Alright. And then after that, I will look at the physician's order, put the patient back into a comfortable position. It's been 5 hours. So I'm just gonna go ahead and introduce myself again, then get the patient's name and date of birth, verify it, then come back into the room, and I will go ahead and remove my Foley cap. So first thing I will do is, so I will just be using this, and then I'll pretend that it's brand new, so I'll just open it up, then I'll drain the balloon. To be drained. I'm trying to go and pull it just to make it close. So after I've drained it, this goes in the biohazard bag as well. I'm gonna go ahead this goes over here. And then I'm gonna tell the patient I'm gonna be touching her, and that she might feel a little discomfort when removing this. Just bear with me. I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. And then before I did this, I would have gotten some graduated sewing for them. Grab the urine output and measure it with eye level. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put this, since this doesn't fit in the biohazard bag. Just pretend that it went into the bigger biohazard bag, into the trash. And then after I would have done all that, I would do pericare just to make sure that the patient's clean. And then I would put the patient in a comfortable position. And then I'm going to go ahead and ask the patient if he or she needs anything else. Put the collar back on, privacy curtain, lower the bed down.